have received dreams, have received visions, have received insight from God concerning who we are meant to be. But we have not taken time to write it down. Please stay with me, because it is very, very important that you understand what I'm going to share with you this morning. Writing your vision down eliminates obscurity from the plan of action. It is Jesus who said, "Who among you goes to war and does not sit down to calculate the cost?" Are you with me? Yes. Because if you write it down, you will know the steps you need to take to get to that place. Are you with me, somebody? Yes. If I know where I'm going, I'm able to eliminate roads or exits that are not taking me where I want to go. Are you with me, somebody? If you're driving and you're coming to church and you don't know where Fry Road is, then you will just keep driving looking for the exit. But when you know that I need to exit on Fry Road, then it is apparent you're going to exit on Fry Road. Are we together? Yes. A lot of us have an idea of where we want to go, but we don't know how to get there. God says, take the vision, write it down, make it plain. Everything God does it systematically. Our God is a God of system, He's a God of order. Are we together? Yes. Dreams don't just happen. Dreams are first clarified through writing, then pursued through action, and they are achieved. Are you with me? So the first thing you need to do in what God has put in your heart concerning your life, it is first to clarify it by writing it down. When you write it down, you make it plain. Are we together? Yes. And once you write it down, then you can know the steps to take to go about to get where you need to go. We have a generation of people that know what God told them, but are not doing anything about it because they've not clarified what God told them to do. Church, listen to me. For this coming year, we have to clarify what has God called us to do. Not just as a church, but I want you to begin to identify what has God called you to do. It has taken you some 30 years, some 40 years, some 50 years, and you've never taken a pen to write down a few things about what God has called you to do. As a matter of fact, today, if I ask each one of us, what are 3 things that God has clearly told you your life should be about? I can guarantee you almost 90 or 80% of us will not have an idea what God has called us to do or to be in life. And we cannot sit under the mantle of this in this vision and the calling in this vision and not know who we were called to be. Because our assignment, our number one assignment, is to help you discover your relationship with God. You got that taken care of. Most of you do. But the second thing is to get you to discover and live a life of purpose. How do you discover your purpose? You got to, first of all, write down what you are. And for some of you, you need to start with what you're not. Because sometimes knowing what you're not will help you clarify who you are. Yes. Are you listening to me, somebody? Because somebody told you, I think you can be this. I think you can be this. I think you can be this. Listen to me. The Creator decides, but the creation discovers. It is your assignment to discover who you were born to be. Are you listening to me? Nobody is able to fully tell you who you were born to be, including myself. You know why? Because I am not God. Amen. And be careful of people who tell you, who they sum up who you are and tell you this is all they think you're going to be. People have a tendency of defining you from where they met you. Yes. Be careful how you define people. Sometimes I see people looking at me and thinking about how we met years ago. But where we met years ago is not where I am. Yes. And if you don't recognize that, sometimes you can miss on opportunities to actually be blessed Because you are still counting out, that's just so-and-so, that's just Dan, that's just Charles, that's just Bevan. But listen to me. Sometimes people define you by who they think you should be. But you got to know, who has God called you to be?